Hello. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
Good. Good, thank you. My camera's just acting out on me, which is weird because generally it doesn't. There. Sorry about
Okay,
that.
no
My
problem.
name's my name is Farah. What's your name?
My name is Prem Sagar.
How do you pronounce that? Can you type it in maybe for me?
Prem. Can you call me Prem?
Prem? Prem?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes. It's enough.
Prem.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now, what
Thank
are you looking to do for this session? More so conversational, or were you looking to do a lesson? What do you
No,
generally
yeah, conversation. Normal
conversational?
conversation. Yeah.
Perfect. And where are you located in?
Yeah, I'm from India.
Mhm.
I'm living in southern part of India. My state is Karnataka. Like
Okay.
Bangalore, Bangalore in India.
Yes, Bangalore. I don't know if I'm saying
Bangalore.
it right, but I know that, and I know um the south. There's Chennai. Chennai.
Yeah, yeah, near Chennai. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Only from Bangalore, Chennai is not far. It's 5 to 6 hours journey only.
Okay. Very
Oh,
nice.
yeah,
That's nice.
and it's called Bangalore is called like Silicon City of India.
Silicon City of
So,
India. That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. It's a software hub.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah,
what do you do for work?
yeah. I'm a government officer.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
amazing. That is
yeah,
so cool.
yeah.
And how long have you been doing that for?
So I'm working since 13 years. I've been
Wow.
working since 13 years. Yeah.
So it's safe to say you love your job, right?
Yeah, yeah, I love my job. And before that, I was a teacher, high school teacher for 7 years.
Wow.
And that one public commission examination I have passed. And then I'm doing this job now.
Okay, that's amazing. Cool.
Yeah,
Good for you. So you've done quite different things in your lifetime. And do you miss teaching or do you prefer this government job that you're doing?
yeah, definitely. I miss teaching job because before that means I was teacher in between 2004 to 2010, and before 2004 I was interested in teaching only. Then I got teaching job, and after that I was interested in this job, and I did pass this examination, means public commission examination, and I got this job. And what happened that teaching job is very noble job here, and we have a lot
Yes.
of respect about teachers here in India. That students compared to their parents, they give a lot of respect to their teachers. Yeah,
Yes. That's
yeah, and
that's very important.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the teaching job is very means it's very the teaching job is concentrated on students only. But this in my job now present what I have, that in my job it's service areas wide, so I can serve the most of the people for district place. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing. And your English is very good. Were you teaching in English as well,
Mm,
or
mm,
what language were you teaching in?
yeah, actually, what happened that up to 10th grade, I learned English as a second means subject as a second language, and after that I did arts. That's in my regional language only. My regional language means my mother tongue is Kannada. It's a different language here in India, and it's my hobby since what happened that in Corona that we were very means that time we were in rest, and that time I watched most of the Camly conversation recordings, and
Okay.
since then I became habitual. Every day whenever I got free, I get free. So I watching usually I watching Camly recordings.
Okay.
So since last 1 month I am on Camly. I'm
Nice.
taking
Well,
Camly classes.
welcome. And you're liking it, of course?
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Then what happened since 2 years? I regularly watching Cambly recordings. Before that, I couldn't able to understand the Cambly videos because your native speakers, what we call that, your tone and your style of speaking, it's different, and
Yes.
I couldn't understand. But since 2 years, I regularly watching Cambly videos, so that now I am able to understand native speaker language and their slangs, whatever the tone.
Yes.
So that's why now I am on Cambly.
Very good. Well, welcome. I'm happy to have you. So, would you say that the American style is more understandable than the United Kingdom style of speaking in English, right? Because they have more of an accent, and the American and Canadian is a typical accent because of all of the Hollywood movies, right? And what would you say is more understandable for
Yeah, I
you?
would say that American accent is very good to understand, and I want to be like that. Like I follow US accent.
US. Oh,
Yes,
okay, very good. I always like to ask people because sometimes people prefer the English from the UK, that accent, over the
yeah,
American one. So it's interesting, nevertheless, but that's good to know. So you would like to develop a more American accent for
yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
Okay,
definitely,
good.
definitely.
Very good. Well, I think you
Yes,
speak English very well. So
thank you.
no problem. You're welcome. You know what I like to do with people that want to better their accent because it's all
Mm.
about pronunciation and the way that you project your voice, right? Because a
Yeah,
lot of times people from India and other countries as well, they are very much in the throat because their mother tongue is in the throat. It's in a different
yes,
area, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Exactly. So I'm just going to pull up a few things and it's a little bit silly, but it's very helpful. I actually used to do this in college. I was in theater and we had to do these tongue twisters. Now, have you ever used tongue twisters before?
Yeah, I tried on mobile. A lot of apps are there to tongue twister. So sometime I practice, and even with my children also, with my children also I practice.
Okay, so that's always fun. And how old are your children?
I have three children. That two elders are daughters, and younger one is son. So I have three
Okay.
children. Yeah,
Wow,
and,
that's
elder one is, she is going to school now. She is in eighth grade, and second one is in sixth grade, and third one is in second grade.
Oh, those are all fun ages, but the
Yeah.
thing is they grow so quick, right? Okay, perfect. So if you would like to, we can try this one out. Is that something you're up for? Do you want to try out these tongue twisters just to
Okay.
exercise the tongue? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, this one's my personal favorite one. I used to have to do this one very often when I was
Yes.
in college, and
Okay.
it's a little bit difficult, but hey, you might get it off the bat. Do you want to try first, or would you prefer me to
Yeah.
go first?
No, no. Why you need these tongue twisters? Because we are not native people, so that's why it's need to make our tongue twisting. But why you need that tongue twister?
Tongue twisters? That's what I was thinking too when I was in theater. It's so that you can pronounce things properly. It's to strengthen your tongue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? And I speak a different language as well. I speak Hungarian fluently.
Okay, okay,
And
okay.
actually, my English accent improved when I was in acting because I
Yeah.
learned voiceover. And to do voiceover, you need to do tongue twisters so that you can articulate words correctly.
So,
It's
so
up to you. Mhm.
I will stop to you here. That you told me that you speak Hungarian. Yeah.
Yes.
So you know Roma people?
Roma people. Yes, yes. There's lots of
Yes.
Roma people. They originated from India and came to Hungary.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
That's why I asked you that. I watched that Roma people means lifestyle and their culture and everything on YouTube. So some means long time ago means thousands of years ago that they went to European countries, and they spread all over the European countries, and they live there. And their appearance and their means appearance means physical appearance, and
Yes.
their yes, and they're similar to Indian people. And even they, when you converse you when you conversing with them, they told that our origin is from India, like that. So
Yes.
even they are very means they are very backward in their wherever they're residing now, that they are very backward means culturally, and their houses and their culture, their education, everything they are compared to their native state or their native country. They are very backward in their country. So they that I watched that in YouTube, that they came to India and meet the people here from Indian people, and now they following that culture from India, and they following the Buddhism. Yeah, I'm a
Yes.
follower of Buddhist. Yeah, I'm also Buddhist. I following Buddhist culture.
Huh. Yes.
Yeah.
I
So that it's amazing when I see them, that they went long back to other country, and again they came back. They came back to India. They realized that it's our main route. India is our main route. Yeah.
yes.
So they came back to India, and they realized that our route is here in India. And now they return to their country, and they followed they following culture from Indian culture. Yeah.
Yes, 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 and you're right about that, and actually, they speak very well in Hungarian here, of course,
Yeah.
as well, and there's all sorts of people. There's very educated Roma people, and then there's not so educated Roma people as well, but we consider them, of course, Hungarian because they did take on the culture, which is I think it's beautiful. There's a lot of Asian people here and even Arabic people that move here, and they speak the language so well in Hungary. I'm currently in Hungary, but I'm going back to Canada next
Okay.
week. So
Okay.
my family, I have a lot of family here, but I was born in Canada. I'm the first born Canadian.
Okay.
So because my parents were immigrants, right? So I have been in Hungary many times over the years. I used to spend my summers here. So I understand exactly what you're talking about. And they do hold a lot of the culture from India. And they do very similar things as well as to. So it's interesting. They integrated the culture from India with the Hungarian culture as well. So it's quite amazing.
Okay.
Um, but you're right. A lot of the stuff is very similar, and it's amazing how dedicated they are, and even immigrants that move here to learn the language. And it's not an easy language to learn, that's for sure.
Yeah, and even they are living in means their houses are very means it's not a good quality. It's a it's comparing to Hungarian, means comparing to Hungarian people, their houses, their culture, and that when I watching means I watched that YouTube, that they compare to their native people, they are very backward, and
Yeah.
they are not mingle easily to their native people. So
Some.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know what you're talking about. But there's all sorts of types of Roma people, right?
Okay,
And there's also in Romania. There's also they're all over Europe, right? So
okay,
it's very like very common, even in Croatia. So,
okay.
but a lot in Hungary as well. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
for sure.
And what
And
and what is their profession means? Main profession.
their main profession for
Yeah.
the Roma, you know what? They're very, very talented with music and singing
Okay,
and
okay,
performing. Very
okay,
talented.
okay,
They also, a lot of them work in the food industry or. Mm, it depends. My mom actually has a friend who is, and she is a teacher, actually.
okay,
So
okay,
she's a teacher, and they're very religious. Her and her husband. Or wait, no, sorry, she's not the teacher. The husband's the teacher. She is a radiologist, I think, if that's the correct term. I think so, yeah, and I think she just retired. Sorry, I made a mistake. Her
Okay.
husband's the teacher, she is the radiologist. Sorry, they have lots of friends, so it's hard to keep up. But yeah, so she's a very smart woman as well. So in the health industry, of course, she worked in hospitals her whole entire life. But I believe radiologist, it's a very dangerous job and you get to retire early, right? Because it's not so good to be exposed to that on a daily basis. So you
Okay.
get a
Okay.
little bit of a quicker retirement than others when you're working in that line of work.
Okay.
So yeah, so it varies. It really varies. Yeah. I would say all sorts of, it's just like anyone, just like any culture, it varies as to what, there isn't just a specific, but I will tell you that they're very talented
Okay.
musically, and just like the vocals. There's actually a lot of famous Roma people here that sing and perform and stuff like that.
Have you ever visited their colony or their area?
Where?
Means Romanian colony. Yeah, means in Hungary. Have you ever visited their colony? Means their area. Yeah. Have you ever visited their house?
No, I haven't, no. Have you ever been, by the way, to Hungary or no?
No, 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 no.
No? No.
Just I watched on YouTube only. So
Yeah.
because it's very curious. Because I was that time I was very curiosity because they are originally from India. So that's why some
Curious how they evolved,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How they went there and how
Yeah.
what was their profession and our people and their profession, their language, everything I observed in the YouTube only. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? The thing is, Hungary has a very large mix of people from all
Okay.
over because of the war, right? So it's a mixture of people. And even along the borders, I don't know if you're into history, but Hungary was a lot bigger and then it was cut down and it
Okay.
was gifted to the surrounding countries, right? In those countries, those parts that were gifted, it's like Hungarian Romanian, Hungarian Ukrainian, Hungarian Serbian, Hungarian Croatian, right? And they
Okay.
still keep the culture, which is really beautiful, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Means
So
Means Hungary people they need like one leader like that. He can he can means unite the Hungarian portions again in Hungary.
the Hungarian portion, oh, like big portions of food.
Big
Is that,
portion. Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah. Yes.
big everything. Everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah.
I can't even finish it. I always ask for half a portion whenever I go to a restaurant because I know it's going to be big.
Okay.
So it's like it's good to get half a portion for sure.
Yeah, and
Even
that the war is going on in means Ukraine. So
yes,
any effect on Hungary country?
yes, unfortunately, yes. And Hungary helped a lot of Ukrainian people come over. Poland helped a lot of Ukrainian people.
Okay.
So that's really nice, but unfortunately war is war, so a lot of people died and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate, but what
Yes.
can you do, right? It's I wish it wasn't the case, but in Europe it's always been conquer conquer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it's always been for sure. So even
Okay.
there were Ukrainian Hungarian soldiers that passed away too. They mentioned it on the news. I try not to like pay attention too much to that because it's worrisome. It is, and I'm currently here, and it would be devastating for all the surrounding countries. I mean, if it gets worse, if it escalates to different, um, so I pray every single day that it
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
just resolve.
Because that now we are living in modern world. So it's a means because what happened that these days no one wants that war. Okay.
No,
So that personally we means personally we fulfill our dream and we live up to our means our enjoyment. So it's a means all world in all countries that now it's a people based or people centric governments are there all over the world. So
yeah.
now all countries become welfare states. they are working for the people. The
Yes.
all governments are working for the people. So
Yes.
for the people progress, for the people development, so every country, each and every country need on work on the public welfare.
I
So
agree.
in these days that war is not required because it's not a feudal, now it's not a feudal, because in 15th or 16th century, that time, that feudal era was that time. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So now it is a welfare states. Every country became a welfare states. So that the this time we means we need not go through war. So
I
any
agree.
country, yeah,
I know because even 100 years ago, even Romania lost land,
yeah,
before there's a lot, and it always happened all over Europe. And I agree with you. We live in a
yes,
modern world, and I think we should take care of the welfare of the people because
yes,
it's the people that are
yes,
affected, not
yes, yes,
anyone that's
yeah,
above, right? I know it's unfortunate. I just hope that it will resolve and everyone backs down. That
yeah.
would be the nicest, and quit. But
Yeah, it's not a king's regime. Means it's nowadays it's not a king's era. That sometime means long before we go, means 100 years, 200 years ago. That time king was there. Whenever king
yeah,
means command, when he gave command, the lot of soldiers were involved in the means war.
yeah,
So now it's not required because we are happy that we have, but means every country they have means their own area, and we give each other respect, and we respect each other boundaries also.
exactly. I
Yeah.
agree. It's good to do
Yes.
that. And I
Yes.
know India has a history of all that kind of stuff too, right? And
Yeah.
you're right, we live in a modern world and it's just
Yes.
best to be peaceful to
Yes. Yes.
everyone.
We
And
need
everyone,
peace.
pardon?
Yes. We need peace only. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. I
Yes.
know because at the end of the day, we're all human, right? We're all the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah. We all
Yeah,
same because the life is coming from once on the this earth. So
exactly.
whenever we get opportunity, we live with peacefully, and we should means live with peacefully and prosperous to others.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Always help
Yeah.
others in need as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I agree. I
So
agree.
when peace is means if we have peace on earth, then only we that you are in Hungary and I am in India. Because of
Yes.
peace, we can able to speak each other.
I know. Isn't it
Yeah,
amazing?
yeah,
It's so
yeah,
nice.
yeah. And those people, they are means they are very fear. They are living in very fear, frustration.
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately. And that's actually the lowest vibration, right?
Yes.
Fear,
Yeah.
anger, shame,
Yeah.
guilt.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's at the very bottom. Yeah, it
Yes.
should be peace, love, and joy and happiness, right? That's
Yes.
at the
Yes. Yes.
top. I know.
Yeah. That's
So
important. That's
it
important
is.
in life. It's very important that we have only one life in our means there is, I think there is no life after this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's so live in only that we joyfully live in this life only.
Yes, you have to make the best of every day. That's for sure, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree with you. It's amazing. You know what? You mentioned a good point. It's amazing that we even have the opportunity to
Yeah.
speak from because otherwise how would you connect with
Yeah.
someone
Yeah. Yeah.
from a different country, right? So
Yes.
I
Yes.
think it's amazing how much
Yeah.
the world has developed and
Yes.
everything, right?
Everything is developed now that we have technology, we have gadget, we have means the whole world is on our palm, means in our palm. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you're
So
right.
these days we have that mobile and gadgets, so we communicate each other, and we share our means we share our culture, we share our language, we share our feelings. Yeah.
Yes.
Huh. So I don't know that means because of means these apps, because of these gadgets, only we connect each other. So
Yes.
it's very nice. It's very nice.
I agree. I agree. It's amazing. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
very
grateful
amazing.
for it, right?
Yeah, it's very amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we are sharing each other culture, each other food, each other experience.
Yes. I
Yeah,
agree. The food
yeah,
part's really important. I love
yes,
trying all sorts of different foods from other
yeah,
cultures because it's so
yeah,
tasty, right?
yes,
Otherwise,
yes.
it's boring, right?
Yeah,
Just eating
boring. Yeah,
the same types of food. So I
yeah, yeah,
definitely enjoy that aspect. And even
yeah.
in Canada, my favorite was there's this restaurant called Bombay Bale, and there was Bale
Okay.
Puri, and I loved it so much.
Bhelpuri,
It's
yeah, 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 yeah.
so
Bhelpuri, it's
good.
very famous here.
I
Yeah,
know. I'm literally like drooling over
Bhelpuri.
here just thinking about it. It's so good. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. And
With
even Indian food is very delicious. Like non-veg in chicken biryani is very famous here. And you
yeah.
try to eat in your country also, whether it is Hungary or in Canada, anywhere it will be available. Yeah, in
Yeah,
Indian
definitely.
restaurant.
I know. And I know this sounds funny, but I love dal makhni. So good. That's good
Yeah,
too.
dal
And then
makhani. Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
and you know what else is really good too? The South Indian
You know idli in breakfast.
yes,
Idli, dosa,
idli,
dosa.
dosa
Yes,
with the
chutney,
green chutney,
chutney,
exactly, the
chutney. Yeah,
green
yeah.
and then sambar, I think that's what they
Sambar,
call it.
yes,
They give it on the
sambar.
side. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
so good too.
Sambar, chutney, dosa,
Yeah,
and idli. It's very means good for health also.
it
Yeah,
is because it's
yeah, yeah.
fermented, right? So
Yes,
it's
yes,
the best.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So what kind of food do you generally eat since
Yeah, in morning
like in
that
your routine?
whatever I told that idli, dosa,
Mhm.
yeah, and local different breakfast are there, and even bread, chapati, like bread, vegetables.
Chapati. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and roti, jawar here, one type of jawar here, like wheat, no,
Okay.
wheat bread. Like we have jawar here. I means roti, jawar roti here, and non-veg also. We have means we are taking non-veg and vegetables. Yeah,
Nice. There's this restaurant where they're the only ones that make it. It's like the big roti. I think it's called like wait. It's the one that they fold. Like it's like when you open it up, it's like a big paper
big
thing.
paper. Okay, okay,
I don't
okay.
know what they call it. I forget, but it's some kind of roti, and that was like my
Naan,
favorite.
naan,
Mm-mm. No, I know
tandoori,
naan. This one
tandoori.
was a different type, and they did it on this massive bowl, and it's huge, and they fold it up like a paper because it's so big.
Okay, okay, okay.
I forget
So
what it's
we
called.
call it. Mm, yeah,
I
naan.
think it starts with an R. I think it's like raw,
Very, very, very thin.
very thin,
Yes,
paper
yes, yes,
thin, and it's
yes,
like
yes,
it's like a massive sheet, and it's like you just keep
yes,
on opening it, and it's
yes.
like yeah, so good. And yeah,
So
I
you have any means in your bucket list? You want to visit India in future?
one day I would love to. Yeah. Just right now I'm just super busy with like work and also my place is in the making, so I have to save towards that, but in the future, definitely.
Yeah.
I
This
would love to.
okay. Beside Cambly for life, for what you working?
I'm an insurance agent, so I help with like a mortgage insurance, also final and funeral coverage, and then paycheck protection on wife and husband in case one or the other dies, then they have kids, then the husband or the wife would receive a certain amount for a certain amount of years to make up
Okay.
for the paycheck. Yeah, so it's very helpful, very good. So I
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you are
I
doing very good job. You are doing very good job. Yeah.
thank you. That's so sweet. I appreciate it. I know our
Yes.
time is almost up. It was so nice meeting you. And if
Okay.
you do want to book in the future, feel free to check out my schedule. Right now, it's all over the place because I'm getting ready to go
Yeah.
back to Canada. It will be more
Okay.
stable. But
Yeah,
if not,
definitely.
I wish you a prosperous future for yourself. And it was lovely chatting
Definitely.
with you.
Definitely. Definitely. And yeah, how is my English?
I think
So
it's really good. I think
good.
you're very good at English. I think it's very fluent. You don't really have to stop to think or you don't search for words. It's very fluent.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the only thing that you would need to work on it because you said that you wanted to work on more so an American accent is just that, and that's
Okay.
about it. Otherwise, I think it's very good.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah. In future, so you are going to Canada in in little time, or it will take time.
I'm not too sure yet, actually. That's something that I'm not even sure. I'm definitely gonna stay for 3 weeks at least, but I might stay longer. We'll see. Just because my sister's living there, my niece and nephews.